Shalom, shalom. Yasharala. How are y'all doing? Boker Tov to y'all. Sitting here in my truck, drinking me a cup of coffee, getting ready for work, thinking about what I want to work on today. Because I'm an employee. This is every day. Yeah, I like to goof around and let my hair down and make y'all laugh and myself laugh. Because I'm a human being. That's what I do. But y'all know that I can get way too serious as well. But that's just my childlike faith that a lot of people can't understand. I have been talking about the road, and I put it, I kind of, it has to be left for those who actually want it, those who thirst and who hunger, whose belly I can hear growling over the phone. But I'm gonna, this one time, I'm going to point it out, and hopefully y'all see it. I'll put it on Facebook. I'm not gonna tag anyone anymore because I know people don't like it. There's a few that do like it, but I can't remember who does and who don't. And I'm so shadow banned on Facebook that before I started speaking truth, I'd have 100 whatever dislikes, likes, whatever, damn near every post. Now I get like 3 or 4, and the only reason I would even say that is because I would like to think that I got what I'm trying to get out to more people, not because I want a bunch of people to get it, but there's some people I know that I have in mind that I would like for them to see it. And buddy, you're one of them. And I'm going to go ahead and just title this Hold Still Without You, because I know you probably ain't going to want to do the whole YouTube with me, and that's all right. I'm going to do it by myself, bro. And don't think for a second I don't love you. But if you hear this, if you remember, if you looked or watched or heard me talking about the last real revelation that I had, and I told everybody, now I feel like Abba has told me I don't have to do that sort of thing anymore. And if y'all notice, I haven't. And if you look at what I'm about to tell you, you'll see why I was shown that last revelation. And if somebody would look at all I've been shown, or even ask me and I could tell you what all I've been showed and how it all relates to one another, and it's all been moving in one direction with one objective, and that's to get us, well, me, I guess. I mean, I keep saying to get us to that point, but no one else wants to even, there's one person that's acknowledged it, but I mean, I think things are, maybe life or whatever has caused them to be unable to actually fully engage, in what I'm talking about. But look, bud, you know who you are, and I hope you watch this. I need you, and if you think I'm full of shit, then, bud, we need to have a talk. And I call you brother, and I have your back. If you're upset because I couldn't make it somewhere, well, I couldn't make it somewhere. I didn't do that intentionally. And you know I love you. And I have a lot going on in my life that's personal that I don't tell you about because it's personal. You don't tell me about your personal life, and I don't ask you. If we planned on meeting somewhere and you didn't make it, the only thing I would think was that something came up and you couldn't make it. I would never think any ill will towards you. And if you do or you did, it's okay. I don't even consider it. I love you just as much right now if you told me that's what it was as I did when we met, which was kind of sketchy too. But that doesn't mean anything. Are we supposed to hold anything towards one another? No. And the fact that I'm telling you and I'm trying to get this to you, you know how much I love you, so don't even try. Look, remember the last revelation I pointed out, and you probably thought it was insane, and like most people. I'm telling you it's not. It's the truth. I was taken to John chapter 6, where Messiah will confirm with you, like he confirmed with me, who you are. If you are who you say you are, and I have the utmost confidence that you are. And the night he did that, for some reason, even in a more spectacular fashion, the Most High took me to Psalms chapter 2 less than 70. I don't know how else to say it better than that. I've been trying to keep it, and you'll know why. But you have to think about what my last revelation was, which was probably the boldest thing I've ever said. And I would hope you would know, or at least consider, that I'm not an absolute imbecile. And for me to say something so bold, there must have been something that would cause me to say it. Well, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of somethings, a bunch of somethings. And if you'd have been keeping track, and if you would share stuff with me like that, I would be, you already know, #1 fan, hands down. To the point you probably would get annoyed. And I can't help that. That's just who I am, man. Love me or hate me, I am who I am. But if you think about the last revelation and you go to that chapter 2 less than 70 in King Dawood's book, our favorite book, probably mine, I know, and just look at that and you'll see what that is. That was left there for people like me and you who have a childlike faith, who I'm looking out there now because of all this, and there's no denying it. And it just, the reason I'm stressing it with you is because I see it's as real as I am talking on this phone right now, as there is a firmament above us and there's a ground underneath my feet. That's how real it is. And I know you don't know. I don't know if you've heard it, that I said it, or you just think I'm crazy or whatever. So just imagine, picture yourself, put yourself in my shoes. You love me and you look at me as your brother, and you've got this wonderful, amazing truth, revelation's been handed to you, and your brother don't see it, and you want him to see it. And every time you look at it, the thought of him crosses your mind that you would love it if he was seeing it too. So keep that in mind. Just, if you can do anything for me, you don't have to do nothing for me. But if you would you just at least give it a decent look for me? And not so you can go tell anybody that I'm right. I don't want no one, I want people to know, the right people. But you don't have to tell anyone. I just want you to see it. And why wouldn't I? So tonight, last night I didn't get to read chapter 19 in the bread and the juice. But for those of y'all who would like to know, I'm going to say this. Most people, and I always did before too, when I read where Yahusha would talk about eating his body, his flesh, and drinking his blood, the opposite direction crap was always what I thought. And the majority, I mean so much of the majority, like 99.8%, if not more, do not understand what that means. And I'll tell you what it means. You might even tell me and think in your mind that I'm wrong. Go look at it and prove me, and you'll see that I'm not wrong. When Yahusha said, you have to eat my body, which is the bread, right? That is the word. So you know he's wanting you to read word. And then he says you have to drink my blood. The blood represents his death. So what he's asking you is to go to where he has died, where anywhere it's documented, and read it and understand that is an important message he is trying to relay to you. And when you go and read it, just like the living word always never fails to achieve, it opens itself up in a brand new way, and you see it in a way that you never did. And it's always like that. But once you go, and when you think about the time we're in and what we're going to and what you know we're probably going to go through, because you can see how we're getting prepared. When you go to his words and to the story where he has died, you'll see why he's wanting you to read that. He's wanting you to read that because that is what you're going to have to live by. That's what you're going to have to do. I'll give you the first example. I've been talking about belief. He, right before they went to that garden where Judas brought the soldiers and pointed him out, he told all the taught ones, the disciples, he said, not one of you believe. And I knew this. He said, I knew not one of you would believe, and that one of you'd be a devil and give me up. And Peter kept saying stuff like, oh, I believe you. But what happened when they got in there? 3 times Peter and denied it. So did he believe? He didn't believe. If he would have believed that Messiah was who he said he was and what was going on, he would have said, yes, I'm with him. Kill me too, because I'm going to paradise with him right now and living an everlasting life. So evidently he didn't believe. So that right there is one key we have to take out of this. We have to understand the belief that the Messiah is talking about will compel you to only do what that belief says you're about. It's are you standing on what you've been saying this whole time? You just been blowing smoke up my rear end this whole time. Peter followed him around and pretty much blew smoke up his rear end. I'm sure Peter thought he was being sincere, but look what happened when push came to shove. Peter said, heck no, I don't know who he is. Don't know who that guy is. And man, you know, if Yahusha heard that, can you imagine? And that's, brother, that's how like I feel right now with you. It's like, bro, if you say you're my brother, then you'll do what I'm asking you to do. And what is it going to hurt you? And what is it doing me other than I love you? Put that to the test. Take it to the bank. It's only because I love you. Tell me I don't. So, those words, you'll see you can do that is through a test. And a certain test that I was taken through And I wanted to show you, you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I sure would love it if you would. 2 less than 70. Just for old Joe algorithms is the reason I said that. And don't think for 1 second their eyeballs ain't stuck right up your rear end, and mine too. So, well, I mean, you can only be so discretion, have so much discretion away from all that. And that's just part of it. We just know that that's going to happen anyway. It has to. Just like Hoosier said when Peter cut the man's ear off. Hoosier said, do you not want me to take the cup that my Father has for me? Why are you doing this? So, I mean, yeah, we got to be wise. But at the same time, those things have to happen because that's what this is all about. I love you, bro. I love you, Mishpaka. Let's have a good day. It'll be a really good day for y'all if I ain't driving y'all absolutely nuts by the end of the night. But who knows what'll transpire. I'm an employee. I don't make those kind of boasting claims. But if I am, no, I'll be having so much fun. And all out of love and fun. Let's have a good day, Mishpaka. What day is it? Tuesday? Wednesday, man. Let's have a good day. We got 2 more days before prep day. And we can Shabbat and Shalom. And I can continue to tell y'all I love you on high. If you don't like it, kiss my rear end. Shalom, shalom. Peace out, D's out.